Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are talking 80s cartoons, but not just any 80s cartoons. 80s cartoons that lasted for one season. There are literally dozens and dozens of these one-season cartoons that were unable for many reasons to be picked up for another season. Some proved to be unpopular, some controversial, others cancelled, and some just died off at the end of their contract. In no particular order, I picked out a few cartoons you may have forgotten about, never knew about, found interesting, or were shocked to discover that they only lasted for one season. And at the end, let me know some of your favorite 80s cartoons that didn't last long. Number 10. Rambo, the Force of Freedom.
Rambo, the Force of Freedom.
This animated Rambo cartoon ran for 65 episodes between September and December of 1986, based off the character John Rambo from David Morello's book First Blood, and following the films First Blood and Rambo First Blood Part 2. We follow John Rambo, who is part of a team called the Force of Freedom that goes on missions around the world battling a paramilitary terrorist group named Savage, which is short for Specialist Administrators of Vengeance, Anarchy, and Global Extortion. Seems legit. It was very controversial as to how one could turn an R-rated film into a children's cartoon whose protagonist was a troubled Vietnam War veteran suffering from PTSD.
I hope the Scots are ready for the Force of Freedom.
Number 9. RUBIK, the Amazing Cube.
Hello, my name is RUBIK.
RUBIK, the Amazing Cube was a 30-minute Saturday morning animated series based on the famous handheld puzzle and was broadcast as part of the Pac-Man/RUBIK the Amazing Cube Hour block, which ran for 13 episodes between September and December of 1983. The show featured a magic Rubik's Cube named, you got it, RUBIK, who could fly and literally had every magical ability in the book, but he can only come alive when the colored squares on his sides have been matched up. But I have no clue who would want to match all the sides up only to get this face. Anywho, this terrifying goblin cube had fallen out of the stagecoach of an evil magician who became the main villain in the series, and it's up to a group of kids along with the help of RUBIK to foil the magician's attempts to recover the magical cube.
Yeah, please kill me.
Number 8. Chuck Norris, Karate Commandos!
Chuck Norris, Karate Commandos!
Karate Commandos was an animated 5-part miniseries airing in September of 1986 for 5 episodes. It was both created by and starred Chuck Norris himself. This was a fictionalized version of Chuck Norris as a United States government operative with a team of radically diverse warriors known as the Karate Commandos. Together, they fought against the organization Vulture, which no one knows what it stood for because it was never revealed, led by the Claw, who, yes, has a hand for a claw, and his right-hand man, Super Ninja, because a normal ninja is just not tough enough for Chuck Norris. The series followed another Ruby Spears cartoon pattern like the Mr. T cartoon, where the star celebrity bookended each cartoon with an introduction at the beginning and a moral lesson at the end. Oh, hey there, you caught me just between a workout. To coincide with the series, Kenner produced a set of action figures based on some of the main characters, as well as a few vehicles and weapons. All in all, the series was unimaginative, cliche, boring, and was never picked up for another series.
It's what makes you a very special person.
Number 7. PAWS. The PAWS was an American animated TV series airing from 1985 to 1986 for a total of 21 episodes. It debuted as part of the weekday, weekend, morning programming block The Fantastic World of Hanna-Barbera. In this cartoon, we find a tribe of Native American bear cubs who ride magical flying ponies and defend themselves from their enemies, the Minos, led by the evil sorcerer Dark Paw, who is after the PAWS 3 large wooden totems, the bear, the tortoise, and the eagle totem. The totems also serve as the tribe's protectors, coming to life when needed through the means of Princess Pawpaw's magical moonstone. Like other Hanna-Barbera programs, the characters had names that denoted the personalities, like Medicine Paw, Brave Paw, Laughing Paw, Princess Pawpaw, and Wise Paw, the aging leader who served as tribal advisor. Cute little cartoon bears riding cute flying ponies embodying Native American stereotypes, what could possibly go wrong? Number 6. The Legend of Zelda.
Excuse me, Princess. Princess.
The Legend of Zelda was a short-lived American animated series airing between September and December of 1989 for 13 episodes. The show was loosely based on the very popular Japanese video game series The Legend of Zelda by Nintendo. The series followed the adventures of Link and Princess Zelda as they defended the kingdom of Hyrule from the evil wizard Ganon.
Ugh. Another beautiful day in the magical kingdom of Hyrule. Boring place. Looking good, Princess! Especially from this angle!
The show was noted for its negative reception, with poor writing, repeating plot points, and a whiny, snarky teenager instead of a hero with an overused catchphrase that could make a rock cringe.
Well, excuse me, Princess. Excuse me, Princess.
Number 5. Ghostbusters. This Filmation cartoon aired for 65 episodes between September and December of 1986, serving as the sequel to Filmation's 1975 live-action television show, The Ghostbusters.
We're fearless and never afraid. We're always prepared.
Columbia Pictures paid Filmation $500,000 plus a promise of 1% of the profits to use the name Ghostbusters for their 1984 Bill Murray film. But despite grossing $165 million at the box office, the movie failed to turn a profit. Feeling duped, Filmation quickly turned out an animated version of their 1975 show. Meanwhile, Columbia produced its own cartoon series using the characters from the movie, and to emphasize the officialness of the project, entitled it The Real Ghostbusters. In Ghostbusters, we follow Jake Conn Jr. and Eddie Spencer Jr., who are the sons of the original Filmation's Ghostbusters live-action series, along with Tracy the Gorilla, who worked with their fathers. Together, they are a team of paranormal investigators who have dedicated themselves to ridding the world of the evil ghost wizard Prime Evil and his cast of henchmen. And while the real Ghostbusters had the catchphrase, "Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters!" the Filmation's Ghostbusters catchphrase was, "Let's go, Ghostbusters!" Number 4. Galtar and the Golden Lance. Part of the fantastic world of Hanna-Barbera, and thought to have been created due to the popularity of He-Man, this cartoon ran from 1985 to 1986 for 21 episodes. The series is about the mythical sword and sorcery adventures of 3 companions, Galtar, Princess Goleta, and her younger mind-controlling brother, Zorn. Galtar, with the help of his golden lance, is fighting with Tormak, the tyrannical usurper of the kingdom of Bandasar. Tormak covets the power of the golden lance, wishing to combine it with the sacred shield, which rightfully belongs to Goleta and Zorn. Whoever holds both becomes invincible. The golden lance normally exists as a short staff. However, when Galtar holds it above his head with both hands, it extends 2 mystical blades. The series was actually cancelled before the final outcome of the conflict between Galtar and Tormak could be revealed. Number 3. DINOSAUCERS. DINOSAUCERS was an animated television series co-produced in the United States and Canada and ran between September and December in 1987 for 65 episodes. The show followed the DINOSAUCERS and their battles against the evil Tyrannos. Each group was composed of intelligent anthropomorphic dinosaurs. The DINOSAUCERS also allied themselves with 4 humans known as the Secret Scouts. All the DINOSAUCERS have a button on the front of their uniforms which instantly devolves them into their primitive ancestor dinosaur state, while retaining their intelligence and speech capacity.
Dinosaurs, the old kind.
This special ability is called dino-volving. Despite the apparent technological advantage, most of the later episodes did not feature any dino-volving. The Tyrannos, headed by Genghis Rex, don't have the secret to dino-volving. However, they do possess a special ray gun called the Devolver. Blasting a living creature with this weapon had the same devolving effect as dino-volving, but reduced the victim's intelligence to that of the devolved form. As interesting as space dinosaurs sound, the show was cancelled after 1 season. Number 2. JAYCE and the Wheeled Warriors. JAYCE and the Wheeled Warriors ran for a total of 65 episodes between 1985 and 1986 and was created to support Mattel's Wheeled Warriors toy line. The show featured 2 dueling forces, the human heroes known as the Lightning League, who drove white and silver vehicles led by a teenager named JAYCE, while the villains were organic plant-based creatures called Monster Minds, who traveled via large green organic vines, who are led by the very first of the Monster Minds, Sawboss.
No matter. We'll be waiting waiting for them.
Jace's father attempted to create a plant that could prevent starvation, but when he succeeded, the radiation from a nearby supernova changed the plant and 4 others into the monster minds who wanted to conquer the universe. Jace's father created a root that could destroy the monster minds, but was forced to flee before he could complete the task. His father kept half of the root for himself and gave the other half to his servant, the eternal squire Un, whom he sent to serve Jace. Jace and his friends are thereafter on a quest to find his father and form the complete root. But due to less than successful toy sales, the series was not picked up for another season or an animated movie that was planned, and the plot was left unresolved with no series finale. And number 1, INHUMANOIDS.
Inhumanoids!
INHUMANOIDS was both a Hasbro toy line and an animated series that ran for a total of 13 episodes between September and December of 1986. INHUMANOIDS follows the story of EarthCorps, a scientist hero group who battles a trio of subterranean monsters called the INHUMANOIDS, with the aid of elemental beings called the Mutors. Turns out a race of sentient redwood trees sealed away the evil INHUMANOIDs tendril and decompose years ago, but have now just been unearthed and unleashed. But their leader Metlar is still trapped below. The INHUMANOIDS began as 6 to 7 minute shorts that aired as part of a collective Super Sunday half-hour block with other cartoons like Jem and the Holograms and Robotics. The INHUMANOIDS and Jem proved to be successful and both received independent full-length shows, whereas Jem achieved greater success lasting several seasons, while INHUMANOIDS only lasted 1 season.
Coming fire!
The unusual cartoon proved to be brow-raising due to its gory-like content, visually agonizing deaths by corrosive acid and monstrous amputations, and there was something about post-nuclear-like humanoid monsters that didn't quite sit well with parents. I'm pretty positive this cartoon really freaked some kids out. I mean, look at this. So I hope you all enjoyed this short list of 80s cartoons that lasted for only 1 season. Let me know down below which cartoon you think should have been renewed for several seasons and which cartoon you think should have never seen the light of day. Or let me know some of your other 80s favorites that only lasted for 1 season, like Centurions, Visionaries, Dino Riders. There are tons and tons. So please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I come out with new videos every week. Come check me out on social media and help support the channel on Patreon. So thank you guys so much for watching and stay legendary. Pow, pow.